friends, today we're bringing you a little bit of a different video about one of our trips to the Philippines. Woo. And why the Philippines? You need to ask Jessica.
So we were coming up on 10 years of being married and I wanted to do something different. I wanted to go somewhere tropical, but I didn't want to do the typical, Hawaii or Mexico, which both are absolutely beautiful places. Nothing wrong with that. I just wanted to do something a little different that maybe not a lot of people do. And so I took to the internet and YouTube and I looked up like some of the best tropical vacations is what it was. And Cebu, well not Cebu, the Philippines popped up. And I fell in love. And then I showed Travis.
And my initial reaction was, no, I'm not going to the Philippines. Especially for like a vacation. It just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't click or seem to me like it's a vacation spot. But I was so wrong. It was incredible. It was amazing.
Yep. Getting there was not an easy task. And we talk about that a lot in the video, you'll see. But it was long flights. We were dead. And it took us about a week to get used to the time change, which wasn't too bad because a lot of our excursions were early in the morning.
They were. Our flights were early in the morning. We just ate early dinners and went to bed early. Yep. And it was actually really nice. We didn't even try to get adjusted to the time. Yep. And it was great. Yep. It really was. It wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, we arrived at like midnight. And we had to just find some sort of little taxi thing to take us to the resort. We didn't really plan too well with that. And it was really fun. We didn't show any of that, which I'm sad, but it was really fun to drive around the streets because everybody was up still. All of the people were out on the streets next to their businesses just talking and partying, and it was really just crazy to be engulfed in that world when we had never been around anything like that before.
It was.
Well, almost. Say hi! Hi! Double decker. We survived the 14 and a half hours, basically 15 hours. We're just gonna say 15 hours. And it was rough. It was rough. Oh. I think we maybe slept a total of like 2 hours.
Yeah, about that.
Watched a lot of movies.
I watched all the Lord of the Rings. All three of them.
All three. I haven't started those yet. That's for the next flight. We still have about 4. I think it's about a 4-hour flight to the next place. And then we will be there to Cebu. We're on our last flight. Headed to Cebu. 4 more hours to go.
4 hours. That's nothing compared to what we just did.
Nothing. I feel like a breeze.
Only 4 hours?
We're so excited to get to our hotel though. It's super nice. We'll definitely do a big tour of what it looks like in the morning. Yeah. And we're sleeping in.
Yes.
Peace out.
The resort that we stayed at is a Pacific Cebu resort, and the resort was a great place. For us, it was just a stopping place. We weren't going to be doing very much that day. It was just kind of a rest and recuperate from our long flights, and it was a really cool spot. The swimming pool was a little bit colder than the ocean was. This was in February of 2019, and it was a really neat spot. Had a swim up bar. We had our first introduction to, well, for me, my mango smoothies that I was gonna have the entire trip. I had plenty. Still not enough, but I had plenty.
Yeah, you were loving the mangoes. That was his highlight of the whole trip was all the mangoes you got to eat.
It was amazing.
So yeah.
Alright, Jessica, where we at?
So we are at Pacific Cebu Resort, just eating breakfast. Really good fruit, omelets, meat,
looking out here at the ocean.
Pretty beautiful view.
Tide's out right now.
And some storm clouds. It is very hot.
We'll take you on a tour of the resort here in a minute. Okay, so here we are at Pacific Cebu Resort. We're going to start at the spa. Where it's shallow. So you got a whole bunch of the furniture and stuff out here. Where we had breakfast. Just for taking pictures. And then there's a pool over there, the one that we saw next to the ocean.
We ended up like walking around the town a little bit and we didn't know what to expect. Like I said, I mean, you had an experience in Peru, kind of living a little bit amongst a third world country, but I never have had that, and so it was an experience to see people living in shacks and, you know, dirt floors and super poor. Kind of broke your heart a little bit, but they were so happy. These people were so happy and just the kindest people, and they would help you in any way you possibly needed. And so, but yeah, we walked around the town a bit, went back, and then that was it. We just hung out at the resort and then checked out the next morning and flew to another island.
Looking for what, a hairbrush, a couple bottles of water, snap. gecko.
Hi.
Hi. Huh. It's him.
No, it's Joker.
There he goes.
Hello from Cebu. I had to do it.
Hello.
Hello. We are in the airport. We'll show you what it looks like.
At 3:40 a.m.
3:40 a.m. I'm not as tired as I thought I'd be though. That's good. So we are heading to Dumaguete. We're gonna stay there for a couple days. So yeah, then we pretty much just relax at the resort most of the time.
Got to bed early,
Got to bed early.
so we could be here early.
Yep, we had French fries and he had mangoes and mango smoothies, and I had French fries and lobster for dinner.
That's a good dinner.
That was a good dinner.
Yep.
So now we're just waiting to board our flight and head to Dumaguete and see all there is to see there.
See what we can.
But yeah, so just keeping you guys updated, but let me show you what the airport looks like here. That's right, to go get on our plane to Dumaguete. Here it is. Show them.
Yep.
Just little guys.
Yep. Hope you guys enjoyed this part of the trip, and we sure did. It was the initial leg. It was very difficult to get over there because of just the length of the flights, but it was worth it.
So worth it. So definitely go. And make sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and watch for the next videos coming of our Philippines trip. You do not want to miss it.